I know I'm trying to keep my chin up and hold on to faith and shit, but it's getting hard. Ran out of dog food, which is not doing good, and that's concerning. So I've been trying to hustle up, see if I can borrow like 10, 20 bucks from somebody to get them 4 kilogram bags of dog food to hold them over until Friday. But then I was hit with another fucking low blow. You see, here in Alberta, there's an issue that concerns with utility companies. Pretty much that they just walk all over the customers and they don't give a shit about the customers. Just they're getting bills. So I used to deal with NMAX Power, an American company, which is ironic because the United Communist Party here in Alberta, the UCP, and Daniela Smith has slowly been turning Alberta into Alabama North. Our education system, they have affected that, just like the Americans. So they're dumbing down Alberta Canadian kids to be like Alabama kids. Dumb. Probably inbred too. But anyway, that's here nor there. So one of the things that Alberta has done, or the government, aka the United Communist Party and Daniela Smith, has that they modeled the power grid as in Texas. Now, you all understood and heard about the power failures, about what Texas do and how the Texas corporations down there, like NMAX, ironically, being here in Alberta, and Direct Energy and whatnot, all these shady companies that do business in Texas are doing business here in Alberta. And just like Americans, they don't care about Canadian consumer rights, or they don't care about people's rights. They don't care about nothing. So I was dealing with NMAX, and my contract ran out. Nobody informed me of this. Nobody whatsoever. I got bills. I still kept paying bills. And maybe that's my fault because I pay my bills. I don't really pay attention to the bills that come in. Well, I do pay attention. So the bill comes in, I pay it. The bill comes in, I pay it. Nobody told me NMAX dropped me because the contract ran out for my power. Not until today. I'm trying to hustle. I'm trying to get some cash to get these guys fed because I ran out of dog food because my roommate fucking bailed on me, right? So with that being said, I come home from walking these guys and everything, and I get this. So I get a disconnection notice from EBCOR. And I'm thinking, why are they going to cut off my water? Because EBCOR up here is my water. Right? So they got my attention. I phoned them up again. And it should be noted, on July 2nd and July 9th, I talked to them concerning a payment that they said they never received on June 25th. And that's really hard, and people got to understand that I called them regarding my accounts on July 2nd and July 9th. On the July 9th, they said they would contact me. They'll look into the situation and contact me. They never did. They sent me this. Where'd it go? Instead, I get this. They're going to disconnect my power. And when I inquired about them, I said, why am I getting a disconnection notice? They said, on April 30th, we took over your contract. And I said, what contract? Oh, your contract for your power. They said your previous provider defaulted you back because most likely your contract ran out. And I said, well, nobody informed me of this. And they said, oh, yeah, we did. And I said, well, you do realize that on July 2nd and July 9th, I phoned to inquire about this issue. And at no time, nobody informed me that you guys had control over my power or that I owed power. I've been paying to another company that was supposed to be for my power. Oh, well, our mistake, they said. We tried to contact you on an email on July 3rd to tell you regarding this situation. And I said, excuse me, but your own records show that on July 3rd I called. On July 9th I called. 6 days later after the July 3rd call, I called on July 2nd. They emailed me on July 3rd. I called on July 2nd to inquire about my account. Nobody told me that you guys were also my power provider. On July 9th, which you guys have on record, I called again. At no time did you guys inform me that you guys were my power provider. And now I get a disconnection notice for $416 that has to be paid by July 30th. How am I supposed to do that? When you guys never gave me any notification that I had that you guys were my power provider and not just my water and garbage provider. Well, we're sorry that it's the way it worked out. Pretty much they said it is what it is. And that if I don't pay the money, my power is being cut. So on top of trying to get dog food for these guys, which was my main concern, I now have to I now have to hustle $416.60 in order to pay a power bill that I never even knew that I was paying or that they had control over, because they never gave me any notification that they took over my contract as of April 30th. And then the manager apologized. She goes, well, it is what it is. We're sorry that both of the bills would look the same. And I said, at any given time, you could have informed me that I had another bill with you people on either July 2nd or July 9th when I called in that your records actually show. And now you're threatening to cut my power off by July 30th for $416 that I never knew I owed. That's EBCOR, and that's dealing with contracts you have to deal with here in Alberta, because I have no understanding why another company can just take over your account, not tell you that they took over your account, not inform you that they took over your account, and then all of a sudden tell you we're going to cut your power off because you owe us $500. And I stress with them, look at my water bill. I'm always paid up with my water bill. There's a couple of times I'm behind, but I always pay my bills. Look at all my bills. You know how hard it is for me to keep up with my bills in order to keep you guys happy and everything. And yet, here I am. Oh, well, it is what it is. You have to pay the money or we're cutting your power off. Thank you, EBCOR, for being so understanding. They admit that they didn't give me any notification that they took over my power bill. They admit that, yes, I called them on July 2nd and July 9th to inquire about my bills. At any time, they could inform me that, oh, by the way, we haven't received any payment for power. But now they can threaten to cut me off because they say I owe $500, $416, and I have to pay that immediately or they're cutting my power off. That's just lovely.